Hi from Magubuskloof on the farm. Now I've changed my name officially to John Farmer Sanei, seeing that I'm going to be living here for the next few months, if not even longer. But I'm busy pivoting, transforming, shifting, changing my business. And as I'm doing more research, as I'm becoming more sort of entrenched in the concept of not only taking my business and digitizing it, but actually totally changing what I'm selling and how I'm selling it. And I'm seeing a lot of people panic taking their existing business model and putting it online. Like somebody who had a clothing store a little while back and wasn't doing so well, she said to me, no, we're going online. And that absolutely means nothing. I think it's even more crowded online than it is offline. And if we look at the history and see that many businesses that have taken linear business models and made them digital haven't really succeeded. So remember the first time iTunes came out, they were selling you a song for 99 cents a song, taking the exact same model, just digitizing it. The initial push from Netflix was to sell DVDs just over the post rather than you going to a Blockbuster. And people want to sell shoes and clothes online instead of their retail store. And we see that that doesn't work necessarily. If we think about what happened to music, Spotify didn't sell you a song, they sold you a subscription for you to access as many songs as you want. Netflix stopped their DVD business in its height of success to change to a subscription model business. And Stitch Fix, amongst many other businesses in the game, now chooses your clothes for you. So you understand that the business model of supply and demand that was linear doesn't relate into the digital sort of space. And I'm seeing that right now because as a speaker, as a presenter, as somebody who tells stories on stages with people in an audience and maybe in a boardroom when I'm working with execs around strategizing the future, that engagement when you have as a human being with other human beings is so magical and so awesome, but it really does not come through when you're on a little electronic box. So what I'm seeing other presenters do is go in front of a green screen or put their slides on the screen during Zoom or just have their face talking. But you don't realize that a slide, a green screen, and your face talking is only a third of the way through to what else you have to do. Because now that you're in an electronic box, like all of us are, you're competing against TikTok, you're competing against Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Netflix, 1,000,001 different high impact, high moving video content. So if you think about how a brand like Quibi, if you don't know who Quibi is, I highly recommend you check them out. But they are the future of storytelling. And I tell you why, is that our attention spans are becoming shorter and shorter and shorter. We don't even want to sit through a whole movie unless it's absolutely riveting, because otherwise we're on our phones, we're talking, we just need a lot more engagement in our brains. That's why most of us, when we were driving, were always on our phones, because our brains just needed more to deal with. So Quibi, which stands for Quick Bites, makes movies for the cell phone, by the cell phone. In other words, they utilize a phone that's in vertical format and in horizontal format for every shot that they make. Also, every movie is a maximum of 8 minutes long. That's where we have gone to as human beings. TikTok is 30 seconds long. And so if you think about how movies were always told was for the big screen, using epic screens and cameras and scenery, but that's shifted. And so when we go to the movies, that's amazing, but on your phone, you need something else. So Quibi has got, for example, Steven Spielberg that's come in to start making a series with them, and it's called After Dark. And so first thing is you can't play the series if it's daytime. Your phone can tell whether it's daytime or nighttime, and so the series is linked to only be able to watch after dark. So first, you can see the medium changing the way we engage with the content. The second thing it does is, if you're watching the series in this way, a format, in the horizontal way, you can see a scene of the series. If you turn your phone into a vertical format, you can see the lady whose house is being broken into on a call with the police on FaceTime. So the medium is now giving us an opportunity to watch the scene of somebody trying to break into somebody's house like this. And then when you turn it like this, it's her calling the police on FaceTime. You understand that the medium in which we consume changes what we're consuming. Another example is Spotify. Spotify only pays their musicians after you've listened to the song for longer than 30 seconds. So what have musicians done? They've cut songs short to like 2 minutes, 50 seconds, or 3 minutes, and they bring the jingle into the first 30 seconds so you get hooked quicker, so you can listen to the song for longer than 30 seconds, and then they've made their money and they can move. So the point of this presentation is, don't take your linear business and digitize it. You're not winning. Rethink what you're selling, how you're selling it, what the consumer actually wants. And so for me as a presenter, I am moving towards bringing a hybrid experience to the market. I'm dealing with a movie maker, an editor, a high impact digital team that is now helping me bring my message across in a small digital electronic box, competing with YouTube, with TikTok, and with Quibi. So if you're presenting, don't think your slide is enough. If you're presenting, don't think the green screen is enough, because it's just a linear business model into digitization. So we have to think digitally, which means the consumer's need states in the digital world have fundamentally changed. So good luck. Make sure your business model is in line with the digitization of your service, not just taking your old business model and digitizing it. Ciao. From, I nearly said Dubai. Hybrid Keynote. Ciao.